Hello! I'm making how to make a team selector and a loadout selector for your box fight maps. This can also be for zone wars if you really want it to. This is a suggestion by Dizza underscore plays YT398. Really cool dude. Thank you for suggesting it. And we'll get straight into it. So I'm just gonna create a new island here. And I think this is where I'll make all of my tutorials on. And next video I will be doing a tutorial on how to make the pit. So you want to get a class selector. Now this will be one of these types of class selectors where you walk into it to pick your team. So yeah, it'll look like that. Okay, so these are the settings that you're going to want to enable for your class selector. Just like that. Then all you're going to do is just copy this and paste it however many teams that you have. But what we're going to do is change the accent color and the team to switch to. So this will be team 2 and this will be team 3. Just like that. Then I'll change the accent color on these. So I'll change this one to pink and I'll change this one to, let's say, a nice green. Okay. So this is what it should look like. So now when someone enters this zone, it will switch them to a team. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a pre-game lobby. So you're just gonna have a bunch of player spawners, and then basically what you're gonna do is go into the settings, and for each one of these you're gonna enable during phase, pre-game only, player team any, uses island start on, visible during game off, and no. And that's it. Now you're just gonna copy that for each one. So now in the pre-game lobby they should spawn in. They'll pick a team. And then there you go. But we have a thing that we're about to do with these. Next we're gonna get a player counter. We're just gonna place this down. Turn off drops. Now inside the settings of this, we're going to do target player count. You can do whatever you want. For me, I'll just do 4. Compare player count equal to compare at game start. Compare at count range. Blah 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 blah. Counted team 1. Okay, so now that should happen. But now we're gonna go over to I'll place that right there. Okay, so now if I click team select and I change to team 2, should see there we go. As you can see, it should say 1. Or it should say 0. Then we're going to go over here and just paste that right here. But we're going to change this to counted team, and then we're going to put 2. Okay. So now, we're going to trigger. Now, just so you know, you will not be able to use a class selector unless your maps are published. At least I'm pretty sure at least. We're going to get a trigger, and we're just going to place that right over here. And we're going to make it so activating team, we're going to do team 1. Triggered by player, off, or on. Triggered by items, on. Times can trigger, we're going to do infinite. Transmit every trigger, so we're going to do 4. Now, we're going to do trigger sound, disabled. We're going to do trigger VFX, disabled, visible during game, no, enabled on start, enabled. Now we're going to do trigger when receiving from, then we're going to do player counter, on count succeeds. Okay, now we're just gonna make a copy of this, but the things that we're gonna change are activating team 2, and then we're gonna go over here and we're gonna change this to player counter 2. And there you have it. So now this should be it. I'm going to test it out right now for y'all. So I'm going to build a quick little box fight map and then I'll test it out. Okay, so I'm going to walk through the spawn pads one more time. Spawn pads inside your map. All you're going to do is just copy these settings. And then obviously you're going to put team 2 for these ones, and team 1 for those ones. Okay. Now we're just going to start game. And obviously you can make these not visible. But since I cannot upload maps, I can't show you that they work because I don't have a pregame. But I assure you they do work. Now we're going to move on to the loadout. So for the loadout selector, we're going to go all the way down. And we're going to get class selector UI. We're going to place this down. Then we're going to get a class designer. And that is literally it. Now, however many loadouts that you want is how many class designers and class selected GUIs you'll have. So, for the class selected GUI, you're going to do label, and you're going to do loadouts. Show pop-up UI on player spawn. And that's it for the class selector UI. So now, this is the class designer. Class identifier, you're going to do 1. Class name, you can do whatever you want. I'll just do pump as an example. Grant items on respawn. No. Keep granted item. Don't equipped. Visible during game. No. Grant ammo with weapons. Yes. Start with pickaxe. Don't overrides. And now you can change starting health of the class. All that. Different things. Infinite ammo. I'll put that to on. Infinite resources. Whatever. Blah 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 blah. Limited player items. Keep. Or drop. Alright. Just like that. Now you don't have to do any of these. Now, as you can see at the bottom, it said available in class selector UI, and you're gonna put that to yes. Just make sure, and yes. So, show in UI when receiving from class selector UI. When pop-up opened. So now you can make as many as you want as these, but now you're going to get your class designer and you're going to put whatever item that you want the players to have inside of it. So I'll just do the usual, I'll do a gold pump blue AR. Some people use purple pump blue AR, but since there's now no 200 pumps, it doesn't really matter. Now I'll just do a havoc for this. Then you're going to put all the consumables that you want. You know, you'll get all this, blah, 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 blah. Go down. And I'll give him like 3 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And maybe like 1, 2 of these. Okay, so now you're just gonna put everything that you just dropped inside of here. Just like that. Now it should all go in just like that. Now we're gonna start game. And now after you start the game, now obviously this thing won't work, so it will pop up like this. And you can add as many of these as you want, but once you click select, you'll have all the items. But anyway, and that's how you make a loadout selector and a class selector. Now, I'm going to say this one last time before people start commenting in my comment section, oh, it doesn't work. You have to be able to publish maps for this thing to work. But for the loadout selector, it will work if you can't publish loadout maps, or if you just want to create it for your friends so you can warm up. And announcement, I'm now making a backrooms map inspired by the Mustard Played series, but since he stopped doing it, who is this? Alright, anyway, I like this video. I hope that you like this video. Make sure to please like so that my videos start going out on the recommended on the recommended feed, because I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers so I can start publishing maps for y'all so that you can actually play them. And I will also publish tutorial maps so that you can figure out how to do it. Anyway, have a good day, and see y'all tomorrow.